There are also a lot of first-time skaters here. Here goes one. They have been dropping like flies tonight, but lots of people out here. They're having lots of... Oh, let's check in on them. Liam, buddy, how we doing?
Good.
Good? How many times have you fallen like that tonight?
1,000.
We know that there was one shooter, there was one victim. We don't know the condition of the victim. We simply know that they were taken to the hospital, especially on hilly side roads like these. Particularly if you're distracted by something like a phone. So make sure you're always paying attention to your surroundings. And that goes double for drivers. Locals, not this guy, say that this is the most snow they've seen in years.
We just walked up here from Four Freedoms with this group that's at the end here. We're going to turn up the street corner, and I'm going to have Bernardo lift the camera up above his head and try to give you an idea for how wide that goes.
There were around 56 or 58 cattle in this thing. 12 of them got loose. They are essentially on the run now. Here in the 1000 block of Stewart Avenue. The other was another shooting here on the 900 block of Clay Street.
This kid was the best thing that ever happened to me. Perfect, beautiful, always smiling, just happy.
In the past week, Stephen Schaefer's life has completely changed. First, he lost his wife Braylon in a car crash last Friday on the Audubon Parkway. Injured in the crash, his 1-year-old son Weston was flown to Louisville for intensive care. But when Stephen arrived, the doctors had more bad news.
It was such an unreal moment that somebody sitting there looking at me, telling me that this is it. His heart kept beating, his lungs kept pumping, and he was relentless.
He says after a while, Weston grabbed his finger and responded to his touch.
I think Weston was kind enough to tell his papa goodbye. Once they did the test and they declared him to be, 100% brain dead, that little heart was still beating.
Stephen's whole family was there to say goodbye.
And they were all standing in that room, watching that heartbeat, watching those lungs, and that's when I knew this was important. This is what he was supposed to do, and this is why we are all here.
Inspired by Weston's strength, Stephen offered his son's body for organ donation.
And the minute that everything went through, they told us that phone was going off.
Hundreds of calls came in, all people eager for something that could save their children's lives. Something Weston could provide.
Like my little kid, my beautiful baby boy, he was a hero, dude. He got a medal. And it's the second highest honor that just a civilian can get. It was this beautiful medal. And they wanted to let us know that your son's a hero.
Stephen was told of a 6-month-old boy who has never been able to eat.
My little ham, my little eating machine. He got Weston's tummy.
He says it's allowing him to move through grief.
That 6-month-old that's going to get to enjoy those awesome meals, we fed that tummy for 13 months. They're gonna know. that was Weston Tank Samuel Schaefer's tummy in there, because he's gonna be craving some chicken nuggets and some Cocoa Puffs, and they're gonna be doing some grocery shopping.
Weston's donations have already helped 37 children. More are on the way.
We get to this. We could smile. We can be proud. We can be happy.
Use your voice! Make some noise!
From the African American Museum, down Lincoln Avenue, to the heart of the University of Evansville, students led by the Black Student Union are demanding change after a pair of students say they were called the N-word at an off-campus party.
It's important to understand that this situation is not an isolated incident.
They say so far the school's response has been lackluster.
And although we thank the university for their compliance is not merely enough.
We ask of the university to deal with the hate crimes and racial issues with more urgencies.
They also say they want safe spaces for students of color on campus and more diversity training for all students. President Christopher Petruskevich was present and even spoke to the young men who say they were called slurs.
And we have to be here to protect our students. And I hear the voices of our students. I hear the voices of our community.
Appreciate you.
I heard you. Thank you. I heard you.
He says he's open to change.
I have offered to our students and to the Black Student Union to look at the policies, and if they have some things in there that they'd like us to address, we'd be more than happy to consider them.
So while both students and faculty say they'll work on actions to eliminate racism, for now, the students will work with their words.
We cannot keep recruiting minority students and fail to provide them with a safe campus environment.
Use your voice! Make some noise! Use your voice! Make some noise! Use your voice! Make some noise! Use your voice! Make some noise!
As the 101st Fall Festival kicked off this week, Tri-State residents came out in droves.
Absolutely the most wonderful experience in the whole world.
For most folks, it's a tradition, and they all have their own reasons for it.
The atmosphere, the teamwork. Look at this team right here.
Teams of nonprofits operating over 130 different unique food booths and trying their best to attract customers. Some tried to raise money for Smile on Down syndrome with pure grit.
Every dollar they give me is 1 mile all bike for the charity. I'm not much for bikers. This gets to me quickly. This is my only time biking of the year, so.
Others for youth resources with fashion statements.
It is the fabulous baking costume. Real crispy, real greasy. You know how it is.
Are you selling bacon?
We are not.
And of course, guests came for the food.
What'd you get?
Pizza.
Pizza? What kind of pizza?
I got a pepperoni and a sausage.
Others for the rides.
Sir, where'd you get your license?
I didn't get one yet.
Oh my God. Well, all the food and activities certainly attract a lot of people, which means it can be very easy to end up lost in a crowd.
That's why Evansville police are keeping a close watch on everything, and the Vanderburgh County Sheriff's Office is giving out these wristbands. They'll write your phone number on one for your child in case you get separated.
One of us would take the band off, find the cell phone number, call the parent or guardian, big brother, big sister, and return the lost child to that person.
At the end of the day, which is the first of several, things were safe and guests seemed to have a good time.
It's a W. It's a W this year. I like it. It's good.
Yeah. What makes it a W?
Oh no, I think the food. Being with friends. Being with friends, really.
You'll have plenty of opportunities to be with your friends at Fall Festival all this week through Saturday. Well, we're hoping for plenty more days that are W's here. We're going to be here every single day. 14 News has got you covered on all things Fall Festival. That's going to start again tomorrow morning for 14 News Sunrise. But that's all I've got for tonight. Live in Franklin Street, Brady Williams, 14 News.